All right, good morning, guys. How are we doing today? You can see I am already in EYES, but I actually swung this. I got in at 250 yesterday. You can see my average there at 2.49. I've already locked 10 shares in. I believe I may lock another 10 in here at this 375 level. Yeah, I'm going to lock 10 in there. And now I got 30 shares left. And let's see if this guy keeps running or not. Oh, here we go. Starting to pop again. Looks like we may move up to 4 here. Big seller sitting at 388. But I was watching this yesterday, kind of during the middle of the day. I was noticing that it'll have these big sellers that look like they're holding it up. And then all of a sudden they get taken out. So we'll see what happens there. Yeah, and see, he just got taken out. Oh no, now he's back. So maybe a little manipulation going on with this stock, but I'm on the right side of it right now. So let's see. We're gonna break through 4. Yeah, testing 4. Ooh, popping through 4 pretty hard here. I think I'm gonna lock in another 10 over 4. Yeah. Oh, well, not quite over 4, but that's all right. So I got 20 shares left. A little delay there on that sell, but that's all right. So it did get rejected there pretty hard at 4. Starting to come back. That's a big upper shadow. Let's see, we got 30 seconds on this candle to close. I may lock the rest of this out. I'm going to give this 5-minute candle a chance to close, but that is an ugly candle. See if it starts pushing back up or if it starts selling off here. But I would yeah, I think it's going to get a little sell off here. It's not selling off though, actually. Starting to come back up a little bit, so it may start moving again. Ooh. A little all over the place. A little all over the place. That's another big upper shadow, though. are some ugly upper shadows. But I mean, this did just run almost $2, about $1.75 from yesterday. I got in like right here after it held up the trend line there. So pretty decent swing on this. Yeah, this is looking like this is probably going to sell off now at this point. I don't know, the 9's still it's still above the 9 though, but these upper shadows are pretty ugly. Good morning, Derek. How's it going, buddy? Trying to survive the Friday market? What do you mean by that? Is he saying the day is like a Friday? Oh, I guess it kind of is, because tomorrow is a short market. It's only open to an hour, or not to. It's only open till 1 o'clock. And coming back down a little bit. I'm gonna hold this last 20 shares, I think, as long as the 9 holds up. Or do I want to lock it out? Should I lock it out? What do you guys think? Should I lock it out? Or hold for a little bit and see if this last 20 shares gets a little bit more movement? I'm going to leave it up to you guys. You guys let me know. Should I go ahead and lock this out, or should I hold it? You're looking for a new... Well, like I said, I swung this from yesterday. You can see my average is 249. I was in yesterday during the middle of the day. Yeah, I saw OCGN and FRSX was moving in pre-market, but I haven't seen what they've been doing in the past little bit. Because I had to leave for a few minutes. So I was up during pre-market, but I had a little errand to run for the first 30 minutes, so I couldn't stream yet. Oh, you got caught an OCGN halt? Yeah, halts are always tricky. You never know how the halt is going to come out, which is always a sketchy thing, because sometimes you can see halts coming, you can get in before, and then they'll gap up and you can make some money, but then sometimes they don't gap up, and as soon as they unhalt, they sell off. So this is trying to push back up a little bit here. You guys are very helpful. I ask you guys, what should I lock it in or not? No answers. There we go. There we go. Thank you, One Life. One Life says to hold, so I'm gonna hold. I'm gonna hold this last 20 shares and see what happens here. Now, let me look at the 15 minutes, see what you're talking about. Oh yeah, 15 looks real good. Besides that big ugly upper shadow, that's the only bit of concern. But yeah, 15 looks pretty good. But we'll see. This is a pretty low float penny stock. I should have probably, let's see, 425. $360s are getting hung up at night. Yeah, if it gets back up to that 380 test. I mean, I locked some of it above 380s. Some of the shares I think I locked 10 in at 375 and then 10 more after it popped over 4, but I just got filled a little bit lower. No, a little curl over here on the 1 minute, but let's see. We got 30 seconds on this 5-minute candle to close. See what happens here. I got funds to trade, so I'm gonna try to make another trade, but I was just trying to lock this in. But it just kept running, so I'm still gotta hold it here. I got this trend line going. I could put a little stop loss. For this last 20. Yeah, I don't know. I may lock it out here. It's starting. Let's see. I could drop all the way back down to this 9 on the 15 minute if it doesn't hold up 350. Buying volume's a little light. Starting to crack 350 a little bit. I may go ahead and lock this out. See, it just bounced off the 9 a little bit there, 340. I got a bit of ugly downtrend. There, a little ugly downtrend on the 1 minute. That needs to break. So let's see what's happening with OCGN here. So OCGN starting to come back up a little bit here. This is above everything, all indicators, so it does have a lot of room to move if it could get going. A lot of big sellers sitting there. Testing that downtrend. Let's see. ICE is looking a little sketchy at the moment. Okay, there we go. Now I can see that downtrend. It may possibly pop here in a second. Well, that's a big straight up move on this though. Is it up 186%? That's pretty high up there. VVPR. And they got a distribution deal. Yeah, volume has definitely sold out of or went out of eyes. probably gonna lock it out here. Oops, oh god, on the 30 minutes, a big upper shadow. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Not at all. And let's crack the 9 on the 5 minute. Skilver, I have no idea what you're talking about. I have no idea what you are talking about whatsoever. Yeah, I know what you guys are saying about the no volume thing, but this stock has done this. If you go back and watch, if you go back and look at the past chart yesterday, it'd have no volume and then it'd get volume spikes. It'd have no, like you can see it right there, early morning volume spikes. Dead volume through there, volume spike. Dead volume through there, volume spike. So it's being manipulated. Or at least that's what I think. But it does look a little rough. Like I said, that 5 minute or that 30 minute candle was pretty ugly. No, I don't think I want to hold this last 20 shares as an investor, as a long-term trade. Don't revenge trade, Derek. I'm trying to keep up with the chat while I'm watching this. Revenge trading is the worst. They get you in trouble. And I'm still trying to figure out what the hell Skilver was talking about. Like, I don't even know how to say that word. Homo. There's like 2 letters together. If anybody else knows what's going on with that, please explain that to me, because I don't know what the hell he's talking about. This is a channel of learning doctors, and we don't use big learning words in here. You're blessing my trade today. Thank you, Daniel B. Thank you for giving me your blessings. I appreciate that. It's very eloquent of you. You're such an eloquent boy. What am I looking at? Oh, that's the weekly chart. Okay. For some reason I keep hitting the wrong charts. There we go. Yeah, this looks pretty ugly on the 15 minute. Probably gonna... I'm starting to curl over too on the 15 minute. I think I'm gonna go ahead and take this. Take the rest of this profit. Just want to give it a second to see if it's going to pop back up at all real quick. And if I can get a little bit more back out of it. Human, is that the, what is that supposed to be like the, what do you call it? The Latin word for human economics or what? Yeah, I'm not Googling it because I don't know what it means. Now, the trend line on this is all the way back down at 270, but I really don't want to hold it all the way back down on the trend line. Oh yeah, we're starting to crack here. All right, I'm gonna lock this out. Let's go ahead and lock it out. Let's get out of there. All right, so not a bad swing trade. Let's see if we can find something else. So OCGN is right there. FRSX. And a downtrend currently. PLTR. This is getting close to breaking the, no, quit. That's not what I wanted. Let's get, come on. I don't want the channel, I just want you to remove the draw in there. Thank you. But it's kind of got this triangle on the daily. It's getting close to breaking that. It's right at 30. So some potential there. CLNE looks like trash. UAVS looks like trash. TNXP looks leave it on there. Oh, this looks like trash. This isn't doing anything. VVPR. Ooh, interesting. VVPR. VVPR starting to come up a little bit. This is pretty low float. And they've got 250 million Australian distribution agreement for Timbo light electric vehicles. So they got a pretty nice distribution deal. Above all indicators, the stock can run. It can rip dollars. It's done it before. Oh, DB, you're such a special boy. It's starting to pop a little bit. See, 11's going to be some strong resistance. Let's see here, up to 1050. A little pullback. See how we look on the 15-minute. Not too bad. I'm gonna go. Oh, damn! It popped over 1050 quick. I got filled up really high on this. I filled up at 1060. That is not what I wanted, but we'll see what happens. Oof. Damn, I got really filled so high on that. I only got 20 shares, so I've got a little wiggle room, but I don't know what Hyliion is. If you go, if put the ticker symbol in the chat there if when you put a stock in there, so I know what it is, so I can look at it. So I don't know every company's ticker symbol. Let's look at this on the 5-minute for now. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, 1050 area is what's holding up as resistance. If it can break 1050 again, it should start moving and move up to 11. I got filled at the top. This candle's got 5 seconds to close. This 5-minute candle. Got a bit of a spread. Ooh, shit, that's pulling back down to 10. Let's see if 10 can hold. Ooh, 10's looking a little weak. Oh, okay, there it goes. Trying to hold, but HYLN, okay. Let me add that to my watch list. Yeah, no, I know I got filled at the top. I didn't want to get filled at the top. I was trying to get filled in that 249, 250 area. That's when I hit buy, but looked like it was gonna pop there for a second. It's getting real close to cracking. I'll put a stop loss right under 10. Patient like sexy time. Oh, CGNs looks like it's popping again. HYLN. Oh yeah, nice run on HYLN. We'll break out there over 18. No news though. Yeah, OCGN breaking that top of that triangle. With the 280. PLTR not quite there yet. Let me see here. Look at this daily chart. Oh yeah, 1060 is where some resistance was. So yeah, I should have waited a little bit. Some resistance at 1089. 1153 and 1250. No, I'm not holding OCGN. I'm not in OCGN at all. I'm not, I mean, it's up 200 something percent. I definitely am not getting in that. I'm holding VVPR right now to see if it's going to break out. It's got to break over that 1050, 1060 area to really get going. And right now it's a little sketchy. Need volume to be pushing up. This is one of those little triangles at the bottom that can lead to a sell-off, so it really needs to push up above 1022, 1025 here in the next minute or two, or this is going to sell off. There's a big seller sitting at 1015. Yeah, that may cause this to sell off. Real so close to selling off. Testing that 10 support. Yeah, okay. Cracking right there. Still may hold. Still trying to hold 10 though, so I might have got stopped out of there. Just because that's how the market makers like to do it. Oh no, now 10's looking like resistance, so yeah, that's cracking, so. Alright. Woulda, shoulda, coulda. I shouldn't have jumped in it that crazily. I should have looked at the. Yeah, this is cracking hard now. At the daily chart. That's where my mistake was. I didn't examine the daily chart good enough to see where support and resistance was, because I bought right into strong resistance on the daily chart. So that was definitely a mistake. See, OCGN still climbing up to 3. Man, it's up 260%. I just don't want to touch a stock that's up that much. See, XL, what is this? A new XL Fleet Shares. CEO appearance on CNBC. So this IPO'd recently. IPO'd yesterday, actually. This company is. Big spread on this. I'm gonna add it to the watch list. It's actually not that low float. The way it's kind of moving, it looks like it was low float. I mean, it ripped, what, $8 right there? The moving averages on this are crazy looking, because it's not had enough data yet for those to actually be worth anything. It's starting to move a little bit. See what else. What's going on here? KOS. So it's just the energy stock. It's probably It's EVGN slowly creeping. This is HYLN. It has some pretty key resistance right now that it needs to break out of. VVPR coming back up a little bit. OCGN hitting 3 and getting rejected there, starting to curl under 3. If it continues to drop, this is probably going to come back down pretty hard. It's the boy plunger. I don't know. That sounds a little strange. Not exactly sure what that means. Let's see, Sun W. Mogo's doing nothing. Let's see, FRSX. How much is it up? 45%. This looks a little interesting. We do have a bit of a I wonder where this triangle's at. Probably at 5 is what I'm guessing the top of it is. Let's see, XL is still slowly climbing. F-Cell. Let's take a look at it. Yeah, F-Cell, because that's a clean energy, right? All the clean energies, I think, are moving. I tried to scan earlier to see, because you can scan by industry. And if you go into, actually, I think it's an industrial. Where was it at? It's not in energy for some reason. Here it is. I think it's utilities. Independent power and renewable electricity producers. Let's see if we get anything for that. Yeah, see, it's not showing me anything for that. Because I noticed that some of those were getting some, and this thing is still slowly creeping up. VVPR coming back up a little bit. Let's see, ATOS getting some volume here out of nowhere. No PR. What do we got here? Let's look at this daily chart. See, the break at 93 cents. It's got a gap to fill up to $1. So it could move up to $1. And then $1.13 resistance. And $1.32. See, really, if it can break over $1, it's probably got room to $1.30. So that could be a possible decent trade. I'm gonna keep an eye on that. What? Not buying F-Cell. See, the reason all these renewable energy stocks were moving was because that stimulus bill had money for renewable energy companies. There's some stipulation in it where they're going to get money, so that's why all these renewable energies are running. Plus the idea of Biden becoming president when he's talked about making renewable energies. But from what I've been seeing, Trump is vetoing the stimulus bill. So if that happens, then these renewable energy stocks will drop. Well, CGN trying to hold up. Coming back up to that $3 area. NAS hold. NAS looks interesting. What's going on with it? You mean it's halted? It's like it's halted. It's not doing anything. Not exactly sure if that was the right stock you were talking about or not, but that one's not showing me anything at all. See, FRSX slowly climbing still. There's alright, so HYL ends. Got this little downtrend here. Possible triangle. ATOS nothing. SWN, it's a slow climber. FRSX looks like it is getting close for a possible pop here soon. Yeah, and as I'm saying it, it's popping up to $5. There's a lot of sellers sitting there at $5. Had pretty decent buying volume coming through. Big sellers sitting at 5. This could have a pullback. This could have a pullback and retest 5. That would be pretty interesting. It's looking like it's going to try to test it anyway right now. 5 is starting to, no, still not broken down yet. Still testing 5. Okay, maybe a lot of those sellers got taken out though. So let me readjust my trend line there where I've got the tops of those candles at. There we go. Yeah, this could get rejected here and come back down like 460. Well, maybe not 460. Maybe not that low. I don't know. It may break over 5. It keeps coming back up and testing here. What does this look like on the 15-minute? Yeah, not too bad. Let's break. Oh no, still testing. A lot of sellers sitting at 5. Oh, there it goes. Starting to pop over 5 a little bit. Well, you can see pushed right back down. 5 starting to hold. If 5 starts to hold, this could easily start pushing for a new high a day. There's a little resistance at 508 at the tops of these two candles. See XL coming back down. VVPR slowly creeping back up. OCGN with a big pullback. That's what I was saying. It was starting to curl at $3 there. So you can see that pullback. Buy FCell at 1242. You are really serious about FCell. Okay, so now this is having a little pullback. I'm gonna let this shake around for a little bit. Make sure it doesn't sell off. If it doesn't sell off, there possibly could be a play there. Possibly. Couple of stocks. That's a pretty good mover there. FLY, no PR though. How's the SPY look today? I haven't looked at the SPY. Let's take a look. Oh, SPY coming back up. Whoops. Look at FCell again. You know what the SPY is, Daniel B. It's an ETF. Don't you even start with me with your questions. The SPY is pushing. The SPY is rebounding. They had a sell-off, and now it's popping back up again. At the current moment, it's going sideways. It's in a channel. Okay, you feel better, DB? See, HYLN Not a lot of volume on it at the moment. Still getting held up against that resistance. See, FRSX got pushed up there. One Live, what are you on? Why are you pumping F-Cell so hard? See, ATOS still slowly creeping up. I think F-Cell's going to test the high of the day. Well, it probably will test the high of the day, but I mean, that's only 25 cents. I don't have a lot of funds left. I could get 8 shares of it, and if it runs 25 cents, I make $1.60. So not really worth it for me to buy it. I agree with you. It does look like it's going to try to probably test the high of the day, but unless it's going to rip dollars, it's not really worth it for me to get in it. I agree with you. I just said that. I said I agree with you. It looks like it'll probably retest high of the day. Got this nice sideways consolidation here. It's probably going to do it the next minute or two. Well, not the next minute or two. It's a pretty high float stock, so it's not that fast of a mover. See, eyes is coming back up. So this is what I was talking about. This is that random stuff. It's just just no volume, and it starts getting buying volume again and pushing up. So FRSX is pretty much getting attention because of Apple talking about their new their new electric car, or whatever their little car is going to be. And the FRSX apparently might be, which of course it looks like it's just all speculation, but it looks like their technology may be used in Apple's car, but there's nothing really proven that. That's just pure speculation. So, well, this could pop. I'm a little bit weary of it. F-Cell's going to 13. Even if it goes to 13, it's still not really enough. Well, let's see here. Atos is coming up to $1, getting close to $1. Got some resistance at $1.15. Daniel, let's see, what's your name? Daniel Sean. Vaccines. Here's my thoughts on it. If you're wanting to buy these vaccine companies strictly because of the COVID vaccine, I would advise against that. But if you go and you look at them and you see that they're profitable companies, they don't have a ton of debt. They've got some other products that are actually on the shelves on the shelves selling already. Then do your research and find all that out. But just buying because of that potential trend with the COVID vaccine, usually you at this point you're going to be a little late. I'll take a look at them for you here and see what we got going on. So mRNA. Let me ask you this: are you talking about for long term, or are you talking about for short term? Yeah, if you got in early, if you got in like back here in November, then you did good, because that's the trend now. Now everybody's locked out. It could bounce back up. Who knows? But that was the area where you wanted to get in at. But yeah, you gotta look at the numbers and stuff. You gotta look at what the company's doing. But like COVID, they could all drop this vaccine and then COVID could just go away and be done with it, and then everything's back to normal and they lose all that COVID hype. Then that value would be out of it. So that's why you want to really look. And I'll tell you a little secret. It's not really a little secret, but this is CRISPR Therapeutics. This company is extremely high up right now. I got in CRISPR back in right through here in May at $65, and it's had this explosive growth. Now, the reason why CRISPR has done this, because I did my research on it, is because of their type of their therapeutics and treatments they're working on. What they're working on is probably going to be some of the craziest medical breakthroughs ever if they can figure it out, and if there's not a lot of controversy around it. And that's because they are gene editing. And the COVID vaccines that Moderna and what's the other one? Pfizer. The COVID vaccines currently right now are using CRISPR's technology to go in and turn on proteins or something in the DNA. Basically a form of gene editing, and it's CRISPR's technology that they all copied. But CRISPR, like, I wouldn't want to buy it now, but if it when it has a big pullback at some point, maybe back to some of these areas, maybe that $100 area, that's more of a good long-term therapeutic thing, because the way technology is advancing, CRISPR's kind of ahead of everybody else. But that being said, do your own research on it. But when you do your own research, you will see that CRISPR has very little debt and has piles and piles of cash. So Yeah, if you buy it now, you'd be buying at the top. That's what I said. I wouldn't buy this now at all, but it's definitely one if you're looking for some therapeutics long term, some type of medicine stock or whatever, healthcare stock. This is one to check out. Yeah, man, no problem. You know, and do like I said, do your own research. Don't just take my word for this stuff. I'm just giving you my thoughts on those type of plays. Uh, they do have piles of cash, Daniel B. They've been hoarding cash. CRISPR's been hoarding cash like crazy. I think it was Jim. I think it was Kramer or whatever who was bitching about how much cash they had. he was on. He was on one of the shows, and he's sitting there going, "This is ridiculous. They have all that cash, and they're not reinvested it in the company, and they're not paying it out as a dividend. They should be doing something with that cash." And he was like bearish against it because of that. I'm like, dude, if the company has no debt and has piles of cash, then what's wrong with that? You know, that's a good running company. If they don't need to go into debt to invest, then they know what's up. If those companies have what's AstraZeneca's ticker symbol, AZN? Some of them have dividends. Okay, so yeah, that AstraZeneca is one of them that has dividends, that pays dividends. Not very well, but let me see. Let me look on the max chart. Let's see how consistent they've paid them. No, they have not very consistent with their dividends at all. And what's Pfizer? PFE. Whoops. Yeah, and you see Pfizer, they've consistently paid their dividends. And their dividends have consistently grown as well. That's something I like to look at on dividend stocks. If I see consistent growth in the dividends over a long time frame, then that's usually a pretty good company. So, you know, that for long-term holds, I just wouldn't worry about the trend for coronavirus or anything else. For long-term holds, you just want to be looking at the financials. Is it a strong company or not? And then what was the... I mean, Daniel, if you want to add it to your dividend portfolio, I mean, right now, let me look at the yearly chart so I can see exactly how much their yield is for the daily chart. So let's see, they pay quarterly, and they've paid 38 cents this year. So that's, what is that? $1.60, a little bit less than $1.60, and the price is right now at 37. So it's not a great dividend yield. It's only looks like it's like 1.5, so it's not a great dividend yield. If the stock, for me, if the stock doesn't have a dividend yield of over 3% of over inflation, then I'm usually not too interested in it unless it's got chance for a lot of value in the price later on in the future. But yeah, you just gotta do your research on them. Do you really? No, you don't. You're lying one lie. Why are you talking crazy? I'm not saying, I ain't even suggesting anybody go buy Pfizer. I was just saying, out of all of them, I think Pfizer has the most consistent dividend. But like I said, the dividend yield is so small compared to the price. It's not really worth it. You bought it in 2013? I know you're talking crazy now. Let's see, ATOS getting held up at 97. HYLN actually may get a move here in a little bit if it can get volume again. This is a decent little triangle. Let's see, I'm going to take TNXP off. I just don't like that stock. PLTR might be a decent swing. It might be a decent swing. But there being one life, stop being smartasses. Y'all are people are gonna think you're being serious. You're not giving any indication. I'm the only one who knows that you guys are not being serious right now. So when you're talking crazy like you guys are talking, now at the end of the day, you might be an apple at nah. See, there you guys go. Don't do that, okay? Some people actually, there's new traders out there and stuff that are going to be watching or already watching, and you guys are sitting there giving them misinformation purposely. I know you guys are just messing around, but you guys are both good traders and good investors, and you should be giving words of wisdom instead of words of nonsense like you guys are doing. So oh, there you go, One Life. FCL starting to creep up some. No new traders watch me trade. It's only experienced traders laughing at me. Like, look at this fucking idiot. Is that what you're telling me? Thanks. Thank you so much. I appreciate the support, guys. Appreciate the warm hugs here during this holiday season. You guys are the best. I'm trying to look for another trade, but I'm not really seeing much. And tomorrow we have the short day, so tomorrow if I trade anything, it's going to be a quick scalp. I'm not going to be looking for any big breakouts tomorrow at all. I saw something that Ross Cameron was going to jail. Does anybody know about that? Has anybody heard about that at all? CFRSX looks like it's getting ready to crack. I just heard he was going to jail, but I don't know if that's true or not. And I don't know what it's for. I mean, it could be for scamming, could be for pumping, dumping, who knows? Who knows with that guy? Well, I mean, I would believe it. I don't think he's the most trustworthy guy. I was just curious if anybody actually knew about that story, because I've not heard about it. Let's see. Other than that he was going to jail. Or he may be going to jail. I don't know. Or do I really care? Honestly, I just thought it was kind of curious. I was just curious what he was going to jail for. That's about it. He probably got caught in some big IHS. But you said no, not IHS. The IHS market. What are you referring to as IHS? Info is the ticker symbol. Oh, cool. S&P Global and IHS. ECG team. I'm not familiar with this IHS market. It's spelled weird. The plots combined with energy and natural resource business. Okay, so it's energy and natural resources. If I'm not mistaken, let me look something up real quick. ESG. The ESG is familiar. What the hell's my phone? I think ESG is something to do with stakeholder capitalism. Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah, okay, so this is kind of nutty. So, environmental, social, and governance considerations. That is one of the theories about stakeholder capitalism, which stakeholder capitalism could be good, could be a nightmare, but what I'm referring to is the Great Reset. If you guys haven't watched my other channel where I talk about politics and all the other stuff going on, you can go check that out. The link to that's in the community tab on this channel. But we just looked at the Great Reset, and that's what they're wanting to push is stakeholder capitalism, and it's a little bit different than shareholder capitalism, but they focus on the ESGs. The ticker's INFO. I've got it pulled up right here, IHS market. The dividend on it is crap. I mean, for the dividend yield is not worth that. As far, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if this has anything to do with the Great Reset and the World Economic Forum or any of that, but it sounds like it might. Just by reading that one press release that I was reading. So let me see. Let me see here. Today announced to power the markets of the future. See, I think this has to do with the Great Reset. President and Chief Executive Officer provide customers the intelligence they need to make decisions with conviction while providing growth and development opportunities for our people. Yeah, look at this. Consolidating cross-divisional ESG assets with leadership group design and scale quickly and accelerate growth. Yeah, that is kind of interesting. If it has anything to do with what I'm talking about, then that's something. And the Great Reset is not conspiracy theory. So if any of you guys think I'm crazy and you don't know what I'm talking about, um, you just go to weforum.org. It's the World Economic Forum.org. Here, I'll type it in the chat for you. And everything that company is talking about, uh, this IHS Markit sounds a lot like what the World Economic Forum is talking about in their Great Reset initiative. So I don't know. You say that, DB, but go do the research, man. I don't put on tinfoil hats. I don't go with conspiracy theories. I went and did the research myself. Like I said, there's a whole video on it on the other channel where I went through the World Economic Forum's website and their idea of stakeholder capitalism. Stakeholder capitalism is totally different than shareholder. Well, it's not totally different. It's got some similarities to shareholder capitalism, but there's some things in it that I did not like personally. So I think it's a really bad idea. What are you saying about Ross there? He gave away all his trading style on YouTube. Learned how to play the 1 minute pullback momentum style. I'm not going big conspiracy. I'm telling you. I don't know if the Great Reset is going to happen. All I'm saying, and all I said in that video was, it is a real concept that a bunch of high profile people, celebrities, the CEO of Bank of America, Brian Moynihan or whatever his name is a part of this. This is not a conspiracy. You can go look it up. I just gave you the website. Go look it up. I'm not messing with you. This is not a joke. This is a real thing that many high profile government people, corporations, like I said, celebrities. There's a bunch of people involved with it. They're discussing and debating a Great Reset as we speak. They do it. They've got live streams on it from the Davos convention or whatever it is in Geneva, Switzerland. The Davos Manifesto, they updated to a new Davos Manifesto, which pushes the stakeholder capitalism. This is what they want to push on everybody in the future. This is not a joke. They are really trying to do it. Now, whether they do it or not, I don't know. But like I said, go look for yourself. I'm not I'm not on any drugs. You don't have to believe me if you don't want to, but if you don't believe me, go look for yourself, okay? I'm just telling you that the fact that company that I just looked at is very similar to what I was talking about, the ESG. I'm telling you. I don't know if it'll happen. Nobody knows if it'll happen. But there are some high profile people trying to make it happen. So if you guys want me to explain stakeholder capitalism here in the chat, let me know and I will, but if you're not interested in that, I'm not going to waste my time on it. Damn it. VVPR. So I got in a little too early on this, but now it's ripped up to 11:25. Yeah, I got in too early. I didn't quite see this triangle forming yet earlier, but that was a perfect triangle breakout on VVPR. It looks like it may try to test the high. See FRSX dropping out of that. Give me just a minute, guys. I'll be right back. I'll look for another possible trade, but if I can't find anything, um, we may end the stream here shortly. But give me just a few minutes. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back, guys. I like truck dealers. uh, I'm very aware of Thomas Paine and Adam Smith's work. So I don't, that Adam Smith is the pretty much the father of capitalist economics. But there's other theories out there. There's modern monetary theory that's out there. There's a lot of different theories going around out there in the economic, academic world. And I don't agree with hardly any of it. A lot of my views are more towards Adam Smith and the free market, so. Is the stream working? Can you guys let me know if the stream's working on my side? It's looking like it's not working. So if you guys can just say something real quick, anything, let me know to make sure it's working. It wasn't doing that before I walked away, but now that I came back, it's looking a little crazy. See GameStop popping up. I could appear on screen, but I'll probably scare everybody. CETX. This just got a pop recently. Insider buys 100-degree capital shares. That just came out a little while ago, right when this started popping. Not a lot of volume on it though. Let's see, what is this? TURN? Let me see what the float is on this. 30-minute, pretty low float. Interesting. We'll keep an eye on that. See, OCGN. Still consolidating. Oh, what? The one I just looked at, TURN, looks like crap. I mean, yeah, right at the moment it doesn't look. I mean, it is above all indicators and it's above the high of the year. So it is bullish right now. But it just got a pop because of insider buying. Some chat room probably caught it when it came out or something to push this up like that when that PR came out at 10:30. because it kind of looks like a pump and dump right at the moment. There's definitely not an opportunity yet to buy on it, but I'm just putting it on the watch list just to see if it starts to get consistent volume. Or yeah, it could be a news algorithm. Okay, so Atos, that's done. XL's kind of consultant. Is SPY going sideways? SPY must be going sideways because everything's, yeah, SPY's going sideways at the moment. So probably, it looks like the SPY might start popping, but I'm probably going to call it a day. I'm not seeing anything that's jumping out at me at this point. FCell's about to get that pop one Light's been talking about all morning. You can see this big triangle where it's about to, it's coming up and testing the high a day, getting ready to test the high a day. Yeah, we'll give the stream here 10 more minutes. If you guys have any questions, suggestions, or ideas, go ahead and get those in. Getting ejected a little bit there. But it is a slow climber. May have to come back down one more time before it tries to break out. Depends on if this buying volume increases into this top here. What am I expecting for Christmas? Yeah, pretty much like One Life said, not expecting too much for Christmas. EOESE went on about a $5 run. Oh, there it goes. FCL starting to pop now. ONTX. What is your, as far as a day trade, swing trade, long term? As far as a day trade, I would be careful because there's no news on this. 200 day is at 56, but if that 200 day doesn't hold, it could easily drop. Yeah, it could easily drop back down to 42 cents. Let's see. pretty good support at 42 cents, though. That's pretty strong support. But yeah, if it doesn't hold that 50-day, it'll definitely drop back down. Long term, I can't imagine that their finances are that good. See, I don't see the max week. Yeah, no, see, any chart that looks like this on the max chart, this is not a good long-term investment. This company has not shown any long-term growth. This company has just showed that it's damn near bankruptcy, probably. Like, that is not the type of chart you want to see. You want to see charts like Apple, see where you got continuous growth, or IIPR. You can see continuous growth. That's what you want to see. That OMTX looks terrible on the max chart. Or let's see, what is it? Amazon. I can never remember Amazon's ticker symbol. And the AMZN, yeah, there it is, I think. Yeah, that's Amazon. Yeah, see, constant upward growth. Or at least that's my opinion. I don't like to buy any stocks that have been on a downtrend for 10 years. I like them to be on uptrends for 10 years. See, let's see, where's FCell at? FCell's, looks like it's still trying to break. Yeah, it definitely would be a hope investment. It'd probably be one of those ones where in 2 years you'll have a bunch of shares of a stock that's worth nothing. Like you can see I've got 5,000 shares of this stock that I bought at 0.002 cents. And I bought this stock years ago when I first started trading. And as you can see, it has that same looking pattern. And I'm still holding those 5,000 shares. So I learned that lesson the hard way. And it wasn't that, I mean, the 5,000 shares at 0.002 is not that much money. It was like $10. So it wasn't an expensive lesson for me to learn, but it is a lesson that I learned, luckily, early on. It has been getting some attention lately, though, but it's just not worth it to sell it because it's not worth anything. So I just still have them. I've had these 5,000 shares for probably 4 or 5 years. So learn from that experience there. But yeah, you can see lately it's been popping up. Who knows? Maybe one day I'll get lucky on this and it'll go up to $1 real quick or something and I can get out of it. But no, that is not for my dividend portfolio. My dividend portfolio is on Webull, not Thinkorswim. And my portfolio is not all dividend stocks either. It's just mainly dividend stocks. But yeah, I have no, like, I don't even look at that stock anymore. I just leave it sit there because it's just never done anything. You bought 500 shares of OCGN last week. What was your entry? Well, God, your entry had to be way down here in the 20 cents area. I mean, if you got it back here at 20, 30 cents and it's up to $3, hell, I'd sell it. I mean, yeah. It could possibly keep running, but I mean, I don't. You need to. You need. I'm not. You should. You should make your own decision on that. I'm just giving you my thoughts on it. Or seek actual licensed help. Don't buy or sell this because I'm giving you my thoughts on it. I'm just purely giving you my thoughts. Like, it is above all these indicators and stuff, and it could possibly keep climbing, but I mean, from going from a 20-cent stock all the way up to a $3 stock in a matter of a couple of days, I mean, God, what is that? Like a 10,000% gain, something around that. I don't even want to do the math on that to figure out what kind of gain that would be. So yeah, I would if it was me, I'd probably be locking it in. Yeah, for it probably most likely One Life is probably right about that. That's what I'm saying. Like, anytime you're up in profits on something, it's a good idea to lock in at least some of it. Like what I did with EYES, I swung this from yesterday, and I was locking in shares of, I was locking in increments of 10 shares through this rip this morning. You can see it's coming back up, but I mean, it's always a good idea to lock in profit when you got it, or lock in at least some of it to make sure that you're going to get some money for your trade and not take a losing trade after you've been up. Yeah, no problem, man. Yeah. I mean, do your own research on it. I don't know enough about OCGN to really give you a good opinion. I just know a 28-cent to $3 run is massive, and I can't imagine it holding its gains anymore. Could, but who knows? It's just better to be safe than sorry. It's better to lock in profit. That's the key takeaway. No matter what the stock is, it's just better that you lock in profit. All right, guys. I think I'm going to call it a day. Appreciate everybody joining me today, as always. We will be back tomorrow. I will be doing a live stream in the morning. Yeah, there you go. Like One Life. That's good advice there from One Life. But yeah, I'll be back. We'll do a stream again in the morning, even though it's a short day. I'm gonna be looking for quick little scalps, nothing else. Not gonna be looking for any breakouts tomorrow because volume's probably gonna be light in the market. But yeah, you guys have a great rest of your day. Stay safe out there. Till next time.